Wind Down with Books with your girl Kay. As you can see by the title, we're going to be reviewing the psychological thriller Baby Teeth. Psychological thrillers, thriller suspense is my favorite genre to read. Two reasons being, one, I like anything that's not going to make me want to put the book down. And two, in my professional career, I am a social worker, so when I'm reading these books, I like to diagnose the characters. This little game I play, keep up with your professional career. You know what I'm saying? All right, but before we get into it, you know the vibes. I have to have my wine. Today I have like a Chardonnay, simple. While you're getting your wine, see that subscribe button? Go ahead and click if you like the content. Follow the Instagram page at Wind Down with Books. For everybody who watched my video, I truly appreciate it. Thank you. I do the videos for fun, so I appreciate all the love that you guys show. But anyways, let's get into the book. So this book, if Them Kids was a brand, this book, in my opinion, would be front and center. So the book follows a Caucasian family. There's a young girl named Hannah, the mom Suzette, and the father Alex. So Hannah is around the age of 4 or 5. She's very smart. She's very conniving. She knows what she wants. She gets what she wants. She's deceiving. She's condescending. Mind you, again, she's 4 or 5 years old. And I should follow up by saying that Hannah is mute. Well, she portrays herself to be mute. Since she's born, she hasn't talked. She makes little sounds, but she doesn't talk. It's not that she doesn't know how to talk. In the book, it makes it seem like she doesn't know how to talk, but she doesn't talk, in my opinion, because she doesn't want to. So Hannah, for the most part, hates her mother, Suzette. Hannah feels like her mother doesn't love her. The love that her mother shows her is forced. And that her mother is standing in the way of her true happiness and her true love, which is her father, Alex. Now, Alex is the type of father that you see in them serial killer movies or them Lifetime movies that, oh my God, my son or my daughter, they wouldn't do this. They would never behave this way. We raised them right. I never seen this behavior. I never know this behavior. You know, all that BS that always happen before something go down. That's Alex. That's the father. He's oblivious to everything. The stuff that Hannah does to her mother, when Alex walks through the door, from when he comes home from work, she is the princess. She jumps in his arms. She's happy. She's smiling, but she also doesn't talk. So here's the kicker. But we'll get into the mothers. So the mother suffers from Crohn's disease, and she was an aspiring artist. She could really draw, but due to the illness, she's a stay-at-home mom. But the Suzette wants to be different from her mother. Her mother never showed her any attention. Her mother never showed her any love, and she's trying to break that generational curse and be a good mother to Hannah, but she doesn't know how to, because Hannah has in her mind that her mother is the enemy. So what you do with an enemy, you try to take them out, and that's what Hannah does to her mom. So for example, I just said the mother has Crohn's disease, right? Mind you, again, Hannah's 4 or 5 years old. She's very, very smart, guys. My diagnosis is she's a little fucking psychopath. But anyways, so she went while the parents were asleep. She went downstairs, took the mother's the pills, the little capsule that your pills come in. She empties out all the pills. You know how you could break the pill in half and fill it up again? She takes out that, takes flour, fills the capsule with the flowers, put the pills back together, and put it back like nothing happened. Clean up all the mess, went back upstairs. So her mother, while the mother is taking her medication, she started realizing like, yo, my medication is not working. My stomach's hurt. Hannah notices the little motherfucker start laughing. That was step 1 of her plan. So the dad, Alex, like that the mother had long hair. So Hannah listens to Alex, tell the mother, you so beautiful, your hair's so beautiful, everything. Guess what Hannah does, y'all? Take a sip. Hannah, while the mother is asleep, takes her scissors and cuts her mother's hair off. Now, if you know, I personally could never do that to my mother. I was getting, if you West Indian, you know what licks is. I was getting licks one time. No, the mother just decides to go to the salon and get it cut in a bob. I'm reading a book. I'm like, so you just gonna let it rock. Alright, cool. So while the mother tries to explain to the father what Hannah does when he's not around, the dad is not believing the mom. Like, oh, Hannah would never do that. She's my little angel. She's perfect in my eyes. You're just complaining. It's just that you home alone. I understand you're under stress. You know, all the little stupid shit that the husbands be saying to the wife when the wife is complaining about needing their space and the children. They never want to believe them. And I'm like, it's time to stop doing that. It's time to stop doing that. So anyways, one day, Hannah decided that she's going to summon a witch spirit named Marie Ann. She's a Creole witch that was burned by the stakes, right? So while the mother Hannah's driving in the car, Hannah's like starts talking. So you know the mother almost crashed the car. She's like, did this little motherfucker just talk? But anytime Hannah starts talking, she's talking to threaten the mom. So of course the mom runs back to the dad, like, oh, this is what Hannah said. And then he's so excited, oh my God, my baby girl talk, baby, say something to me, please, Hannah, say something to me. He's begging Hannah to say something. Hannah looking at him like. So anyways, now he's definitely not gonna believe the mom. He like, Hannah hasn't talked so much for this long, all of a sudden she talking. Stop lying. So, you know, the mom frustrated. I was frustrated too. I was punching the air. I'm like, nah, that little motherfucker, she talk. So anyways, so now, let me tell you why Hannah's so smart. So the mom is like, all right, you probably wondering, sorry guys, you probably wondering why Hannah's not in school. I'm going to tell you why Hannah's not in school. Every school Hannah goes to, she gets kicked out. She is smart. So Hannah has this thing where she starts barking like a dog and making this vicious face. I'm not going to do the face because it's going to make me look ugly. So whenever she goes into school, she barks like a dog, and the teachers are scared of her. She's been kicked out of about, I think it was 4 to 5 schools, right? And the last school, was a special school for kids who have mental illness. So for the most part, Hannah was doing good, Hannah doesn't like to be around kids, but for the most part, she would get in trouble to go. They have like what is called a silent room. So Hannah's like, every time I go to school, mommy's trying to get me at the house. Mommy doesn't want me. She's trying to get me taken away. So now she's still plotting. So Hannah starts setting the garbage on fire in the school. There was a boy who, I know sometimes when you in school, the school setting, there's some kids who do wear a helmet. So there was a character in the book, a little boy who wore a helmet. Hannah knew about why he wore the helmet. Hannah made him take off the helmet. He started banging his head against the wall. Blood got everywhere. They kick Hannah out. Again, Hannah is smart. You know what she remind me of? That movie, Orphan. That's the movie that Hannah remind me of. But Hannah's actually a little girl, but she's a little more. So anyways, so now, this is where stuff start getting real, guys. Stuff start getting real. So all of a sudden, Hannah's like, yo, mommy's really getting away. She keep trying to send me away. She keep trying to send me to school. Daddy's coming around to her side. I'm trying to believe her. Mommy's a threat. So one day, while the mother is asleep, Hannah hatches this plan that she's just going to murder her. She's going to murder her. She's like, you know what? All my tricks is not working. I'm going to murder her. So again, while the mother is asleep, the mother used to lock herself in a room while Hannah was asleep. Because the mother was really scared. Like, she was really scared of Hannah. Like, imagine you scared of your 4 or 5-year-old. At that point, you saying, kids, F them kids. She gotta go. I'm sorry, she gotta go. But anyways, so Hannah sneaks into the mother room. She has a hammer. Her plan was to put down thumbnails on the ground. What she did, she had forgot something in the kitchen. She went downstairs in the kitchen. The mother just happened to wake up at the right time. She woke up, stepped on the thumbnails, right? So in Hannah's plan, she was gonna wake the mother up. The mother was gonna step on the thumbnails, hurt her foot, all that, and then she was just gonna start hammering her ass, with the hammer. I'm like, damn. So the mother actually wakes up while Hannah's going downstairs. She didn't see the thumbnail. She stepped on the thumbnail, her whole foot. So she calls the father one time and is like, this is what Hannah just did. The father calls the ambulance, come home. Now, all of a sudden, the father wants to believe the mother. And I'm like, what's up? Like, she was telling you this the whole time. So now the father is scared to leave Suzette alone in the house. Hannah realizes that the father's upset with her. So now that the father's upset with her, he's never been mad with her, so Hannah doesn't know how to handle that. She's scared. She's thinking that the father's not going to be on her side no more. And the father's not. You know, he's walking around anxious with her. He finally realized, like, my daughter has a mental illness, and she's trying to kill my wife. At the most part, you know, and there was a little twist to it. So when Alex and Suzette met, they were like lovers. You know, she told him about her disease. He catered to her every need. The mother's codependent on Alex. You know, two lovers that don't want to be apart and they just enjoy each other's space. And then when the mother gave birth, you know, Alex's love kind of shifted to Hannah, and which made Suzette feel away. But she tried to fit into their little space. But you know, some kids have a way of doing that. So you know, they just wanted that love back. Just them two. So then the father starts realizing, like, yo, like, we need to do something. So they start talking to a therapist. The therapist realized, like, Hannah has mental illness. She cannot be in a regular setting. She's a danger to herself. She's a danger to you guys. She's a danger to society. I've been screaming that the whole book as I was reading. I'm screaming, psychopath, little motherfucking psychopath. I'm screaming it. So anyways, so they trick Hannah. They tell Hannah that she loved horses. They tell Hannah that she's gonna we go into a horse ranch, a horse barn, wherever though they keep the horses at, y'all. So they get to the horse ranch, barn, whatever you call it, and next thing you know, they dip off on Hannah. Somebody came and take Hannah talking about Hannah, I'm about to show you the horses. So she's like, oh my God, yay. I'm like, so then, as Hannah, they bring Hannah to her room. When I tell you the parents dipped off, they skeeted, boy. They dipped. So Hannah comes running out as she see the car. The car is long gone. She's seen the car. She's trying to chase after the car, and she's crying. So now Hannah's like, damn, they just left me here. So she like, all right, now the only way to get my daddy back is I have to talk. Again, you see how smart she is. She's like, all right, I have to talk. So a week go by. Hannah start talking now. She's talking to the therapist at the mental institution. She's like, I want to call my parents. So they call the parents or whatever. So Suzette in her head's like, no, this is Hannah calling. Now she's talking. She's like, damn, Alex is going to really want her back in the house. I'm scared. I'm a danger. I don't want her little ass back. That's what Suzette is saying. So she's like, damn, my plan is wrong. Alex surprised her. Alex is like, nah, baby, you gotta stay in there. You can't come out. You're not better. But Alex is like, Hannah start begging, please, daddy, please. So I'm thinking he about to crumble. He like, nah, I said, no, you need the help. So they bang the phone. The parents bang the phone up on Hannah. So the book ends where the parents is like, I don't want to say it, but we don't want her little ass back. I'm like, damn. So Hannah realized, like, now daddy's now on her side. What's she gonna do? So Hannah starts. That book ends, fully ends when Hannah's like, all right, they left me here. I'm about to play by the rules, but when I get out, mommy's dead. She's dead for sure. And that's it. So she's like, she gotta find a way to get daddy back. But the whole part about it, I was like, damn. When I was reading the book gave me chills. Like, my review is giving the book no justice, in my opinion, how much chills ran down my body as I read the book. And that's because it was so, like, I felt like I was in the Lifetime movie. Because it made me think about, there's a lot of people who experience this with their children when it comes to, someone being a sociopath or psychopath or having a mental illness. And a lot of people may not want to, put their child in a mental institution or come to realization or accept that their child does have a mental illness. So you know how many kids do kill their parents because of the lack of, in denial. There we go. So I'm reading this book and I'm like, damn, from a social work standpoint, I'm like, at the end of the day, she really needs help. She needed to be in an institution, and a week, a month is not going to do justice. Like, she needed time to grow in there, because she is a danger to society, to anyone around her. And the other part is like, damn, as a parent, like, you don't want to see that. I'm not a parent, but I could understand where a parent can be in denial with their child needed help, for the simple fact that they might blame themselves. I could understand, but this book right here, y'all, if you into psychological thrillers, I guarantee you read it. It has some triggering moments. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little disturbing, but it's not disturbing weird, it's disturbing good. And I feel like she brings each character to life. Cause again, I feel like this book could correlate to a lot of things. A lot of individuals have experienced this in life. It was a good book, hands down. 10 stars. I love the book. Again, if you're not into psychological thrillers, but you do decide to read this book, take time. Your spirit is going to need to be reset. Take it in little small capsules, chapter by chapter. But I love the book, hands down. Again, if Them Kids was a brand, this book would be front and center. It was scary. It was it was scary, but it keeps you wanting more. And that's my review on Baby Teeth, guys. Just take your time. Just take your time. It's a cunning book, but it is worth it. The author really did her thing. Let me know in the comments what book you want me to review next. I have a lot of books, a lot of content that I want to review with you guys. But I'm willing to read any book that you want me to read, review any book that you want me to read. If you like my content, if you like the videos, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, whatever they say, comment, all of that. Follow my Instagram page at Wind Down with Books. Again, in my last video, I read a lot of books a month, so I don't always do a video on a book. So you could go ahead over to my Instagram page at Wind Down with Books and follow the page to see what I've read, what I'm currently reading, and my book suggestions. And with that, guys, I'm out. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Until next video.